Doesn't matter anymore. They're not coming. Oh, I'm sure there will be some rowdy EDL dipshits that overnight a bunch of Maccabi Tel Aviv shirts so they can go and brutalize Muslims there. Yeah. Also, this is their famous, here on the Maccabi Tel Aviv fan site, you can find the lyrics of their club anthem. You play Extreme T, sing songs about us, and also think it's funny to deny the state. You are Arab whores. We are ashamed of you. Anyway, where were we? We're not talking about Janet Mills right now. I don't know why we got to Janet Mills out of nowhere, but I do love talking about my queen, Janet Mills. Oh, Maccabi Tel Aviv fans face ban from UK football match. Let's take a look.
Have been banned from attending the team's upcoming match in the UK next month. The ban was issued by Birmingham City's Safety Advisory Group due to public safety concerns outside the stadium and the ability to deal with any potential protests on the night. They said the decision was made based on previous incidents, referencing violent clashes between Israeli fans and pro-Palestinian supporters when Maccabi played a match in Amsterdam in November of last year. Those clashes resulted in dozens of arrests and 5 people imprisoned. Though the violence had prompted accusations of anti-Semitic attacks at first, reports later emerged that it had begun after Israeli fans...
No. What? Remember the ADL up until a couple months ago was still acting as though I was anti-Semitic for saying that the Amsterdam situation was not an act of against Jews in Amsterdam, and it was absolutely violent hooligans defending the Israeli team, the Maccabi Tel Aviv's violent hooligans that actually caused a ruckus, and that people were engaging in the regular football style violence, and that the media was lying, and that the initial assessment from the organs of justice was also built around a lie, and everybody went along with this lie. The Maccabi Tel Aviv fans are particularly violent and very... Now, there are plenty of football hooligans that are both violent, but the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans also have that same Israeli sense of entitlement, okay? It makes it crazy. It's a crazy combination that makes a bad situation worse wherever they go, okay? Not as much as Beitar, though. Beitar makes your skin crawl. Okay, well, in any case... The Maccabi Tel Aviv fans face ban from UK football match, which became a major story in the UK because Keir Starmer is a dog for Israel.
Stormed through the Dutch capital, chanting violent slogans against Arabs and Palestinians, destroying Palestinian flags, and even assaulting a local taxi driver. To prevent similar clashes, UK police decided to ban the club's fans from attending next month's Europa League game against Aston Villa. Yet they've received pushback from senior politicians in both Israel and the UK. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer called the ban the wrong decision, saying that we will not tolerate anti-Semitism on our streets, and calling on the police to ensure that fans can attend without fear of violence or intimidation. Speaking more forthright...
You don't understand. It's anti-Semitism unless you let these this vagrant brigade of violent far-right monsters from basically ruining the city, okay? It's anti-Semitism unless you let the Maccabi Tel Aviv hooligans beat the doors off of every person that they think is Muslim. This is how it goes. Otherwise, it's anti-Semitism. I don't understand. Why are you being so anti-Semitic? We need the Maccabi brown shirts to beat the out of every local British football fan, okay? Excuse me. Excuse me. How dare you? They can even do a pro riot like they did in Israel. Well, that wasn't the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans that did that, but I'm sure there were some who were. But you need to let them do it. Otherwise, you're anti-Semitic.
Israel's Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar said the decision was shameful and cowardly and called on UK authorities to repeal it. The UK's Jewish groups also criticized the ban. The Jewish Leadership Council said it was perverse that fans should be banned because police can't guarantee their safety, while the campaign against said it would launch a judicial review to overturn what it called a pernicious ban. Yet others argued that the behavior of Maccabi fans in Amsterdam, including vandalizing local buildings and chanting hateful slogans, needlessly provoked tensions with locals, saying that it is understandable police would seek to prevent a repeat of these incidents. Since the announcement on Thursday, government ministers have been...
I don't understand, like, Oh, by the way, so the Israeli police just canceled the Maccabi Tel Aviv versus Hapoel Derby because the fan riots were a risk to life. Guess that means by Keir Starmer's definition, they're anti-Semitic now. Maccabi Tel Aviv fans were seen vandalizing Jaffa and looking for victims. The same thuggish behavior they've taken to Europe before, especially in Amsterdam. But you don't get it. They have to. It's really up. Do you hate the Jews? Like, what do you mean? They should be able to, whichever country they want to, okay? They should be able to, whichever country they want to. Otherwise, you're anti-Semitic. What the, how dare you? Would they even have this level for like Nazio? Like if Lazio was coming in and they were like ready to beat the out of people? I feel like they've banned football hooligans before. Can you imagine them running around being like, you're Italiophobic for not letting Lazio in to your state? Turns out the Tel Aviv police are anti-Semitic too, not just the West Midlands police. Yeah, following the police's decision, it was determined that the Tel Aviv Derby will not take place tonight. Yeah, no, they have a right to do this shit, okay? And you're bad and anti-Semitic if you don't let them. This is the wrong decision, says Keir Starmer. We will not tolerate anti-Semitism on our streets. The role of the police is to ensure all football fans can enjoy the game without fear of violence or intimidation. Now, understand something here, okay? Keir Starmer is literally saying that unless the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans are allowed the native British population, okay, everyone in England is anti-Semitic. I'm impressed that you know about Lazio, of course. UEFA literally did the same thing with the Polish club fans visiting Aston Villa 2 years ago and nobody was up in arms about it. Look who loves this shit. Oh yeah, Tommy Robinson, who's coming up to support Maccabi Tel Aviv at Villa Park on November the 6th. Again, Tommy Robinson, Mr. England first, okay? England first, Tommy Robinson, literally taking a foreign country's football team over an English football team. What's happening here? This is why I say he's a Mossad agent, okay? Honestly, this is one of those things that's been really pissing me off about Israel supporters recently. It's not just about Israel anymore. It's about weaponizing Judaism as a shield for literally anything in life. Jewish person who's rude at a coffee shop and gets kicked out. Jews aren't safe anymore anywhere. No, you just can't be rude at a coffee shop. What the fuck are we doing? No, you don't understand. It must be anti-Semitic. Yeah. Ian Duncan Smith says, when Maccabi played a game in Istanbul, there was no trouble at all. And then Ian Byrne had to point out that UEFA moved the game to Hungary after the Turkish authorities refused to stage it, and the Hungarian authorities then played it behind closed doors, hence no trouble. It gets worse. Despite this recent embarrassing development, the UK government is still saying the Israeli fans must be allowed to come. Now the Maccabi club is saying they're not coming even if the ban is lifted. Oh, thank God. Also, they shouldn't even... I had to unfollow Tommy today because of all the Israel shilling. It took you until today. You were a Tommy Robinson fan? What the f is going on? Dog, do you know who I am? I am literally against everything that Tommy Robinson is for. Okay? Not just the Israel stuff. Like, goddamn. It's pretty funny. This guy's like, yeah, I've realized he's not England first, yeah. It seems he's Israel first, yeah. I liked him when he was giving it to the muzzies, yeah. But I don't like it when he's saying I'm pro-Israel. Yeah. I thought Tommy put England first. Chat can't follow people you like. I mean, the way he presented this kind of seems like he's a fan of Tommy Robinson until he realized that Tommy Robinson is pro-Israel. Don't you think? It's a little bit different than that. Like, he's just a straight up Nazi even before he's pro-Israel. Tommy Robinson. Yeah, you're the dog guy? Yeah, no, this was a real gammon in the building. He was a real gammon. We'll keep him. We keep those. Now, we got Hogwatch, but this time, British style. Now, we don't like Tommy Robinson here? No, we do not like British neo-Nazis. Anyway, my position on this is that no Israeli team should be allowed to compete outside of Israel. Like, they should be barred anyway. Ridiculous. The Fair Network, which sends reports on discriminatory incidents of national team and club matches around Europe to UEFA, said it would not disagree with the Security Advisory Group's assessment and said in a statement to the PA news agency, Maccabi Tel Aviv fans are well known for in the past year, they have been the biggest perpetrators of Israeli football. In Europe, Their away supporters bring many of the same poisonous chants and messages, which leads them to being scrutinized. A number of police sources and local authorities have raised concerns about their presence in cities before and after European club matches. Amsterdam have now banned them, and there were some concerns raised in Malta recently. And so, given the expertise of the West Midlands police in managing football matches, the risk assessments that they are likely to have undertaken, we would be reluctant to question their approach. But of course, because Keir Starmer is such a ginormous dick rider of Israel, that he literally is like, this is anti-Semitism.
Meeting to try to reverse the ban, with discussions currently ongoing at pace. A spokesman for number 10 Downing Street said Prime Minister Starmer was angered at the decision and would do everything in his power to ensure the fans can attend.
Just want to bring you some breaking news from Tel Aviv now. And a derby match between the city's rival soccer teams, Hapoel Tel Aviv and Maccabi Tel Aviv, has been cancelled after riots broke out in...
Like, you're going to look like a clown show because you're a major dick rider for, capital owners, even though you're supposed to be the Labor government. And that's one thing. But, like, throwing what remains of your reputation in the trash for not just Israel, but for a violent right-wing, ultra-Zionist group of hooligans that are coming from Israel to do in your streets is so insane to me. Blue labor isn't labor, to be fair. I know, but it's nuts. Like, have at least a little bit of self-restraint. Have a little bit of self-preservation, my man. What the... It's absolutely mental. I don't understand it. How is he doing this?
And around the stadium. The match was set to take place tonight in the city's Bloomfield Stadium when fans began to riot. In a statement on X, Maccabi Tel Aviv FC said, following the police's decision, it was determined that the Tel Aviv derby will not take...
Remember when they were thrown in the Amstel River when the ultras were looking for a fight in Amsterdam? Yeah, it was... yeah, I remember that.
...place tonight. So that the very latest news out of Tel Aviv itself on...
Birmingham has the largest Muslim population in all the UK. Going to any mosque, there's a good chance you'll see Aston Villa scarves and taquillas. Yeah, this is breaking. Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy makes an urgent statement on the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans attending a football game in Birmingham. We will find the resources that need to be made available once the West Midlands Police has come forward with the risk assessment.
Thank you for bringing...
They're like, they have to do this. They have to come here. They have to come here and they have to us. Okay? They have to our butts. Okay? You don't understand. He was promised to the Maccabi Tel Aviv team. You don't understand. They have to come here and they have to be... Shut up. Doesn't matter anymore. They're not coming. Oh, I'm sure there will be some rowdy EDL dipshits that overnight a bunch of Maccabi Tel Aviv shirts so they can go and brutalize Muslims there. Yeah. Also, this is their famous... Here on the Maccabi Tel Aviv fan site, you can find the lyrics of their club anthem. You play extreme tea, sing songs about the... and also think it's funny to deny the state. You are Arab whores. We are ashamed of you. At the end of the day, gate 5, we will you, and then we will drink your blood. And in the town square, we will hang every communist who comes here. We'll take your girls who love to go wild. When we then we'll shout, today is the day of I am from Israel, and this is my hooligan song. Yeah, I am an Israeli songwriter, and these are my lyrics. Even ISIS is like, damn, bro. Israel is so ISIS coded, okay? Even by the standards of like rabid, psychopathic football hooligan sloganeering, this is above and beyond. Zach Polanski talking about the ban. Peston says you can't ban Maccabi Tel Aviv hooligans and Israeli sports teams in general because Israel's democracy. Zach Polanski, protesters who were on the flotilla were subject to torture. They were not treated how any democracy. Peston quickly cuts them off. Nice. I can't be alone in feeling so gross how Western politicians operate on issues that pertain to Israel. Like anytime I see this stuff, I have like this guttural reaction. I think it's so disgusting. You are not a human, you know? When I see stuff like this, I truly feel like you are like a servile little cow. You're nothing. You're not a human. It's disgusting. You are the most cucked, grimy little fucking worm. You're nothing.
that match.
You have
between,
reduced
city
yourself.
rivals Hapoel Tel Aviv and
Like you have
Maccabi
straight up
Tel Aviv,
reduced
being
yourself to
cancelled
nothingness.
this evening.
Maccabi Tel Aviv's racist fan hooliganism cannot be separated from Israeli militarism. Many of these fans.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. The Maccabi Tel Aviv episode is a perfect distillation of quantum Zionism, overtly racist soccer hooligans. When one attempts to note their ultranationalism becomes Jewish football fans. Whenever Israelis are criticized, the framing suddenly becomes small beans and sectarian. Truly, can we be adults here and have an adult conversation? Why is everyone 5 years old? Is Israel a nation state for which Jewish people are not responsible? Yes. Or is it interchangeable with Jewish people everywhere? What suddenly happens anytime someone criticizing Israel or Israelis? Which is it? Pick a narrative. Yeah, it's both. The Brits upset about UK police banning Maccabi Tel Aviv fans must really have been looking forward to Birmingham streets echoing with the lyrics of Maccabi songs like this. Why is there no school in Gaza? Because all the kids are dead. Like, they're just straight up Jewish Nazis, man. What are we doing? What the fuck? Like, what's the attitude here? What's the position here? Like, oh, well, they're Jews. They get to have a little bit of a Nazi moment. Is that what it is? Like, I don't understand. Except, obviously, the fact that like Graham Plattner... what is it? What is it? Any other group that is this transparently fucking engaging in like neo-Nazi sentiment would be banned. And this on top of the fact that like Israel is literally doing a Holocaust while they are simultaneously flexing said Holocaust. I don't know where this goes in terms of like how people behave. What do you expect from people when they see this, when they hear this, and then they see their government just behave in this servile manner? No, it's not that they don't believe Palestinians are humans. No, the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans don't believe Palestinians are humans. And sure, maybe the large majority of British people, or not large majority, but a decent number of British people also don't care about Palestinians at all. But like, this is beyond that. This is utter domination, right? This is complete domination by a tiny fucking country that seemingly gets to do whatever the fuck it wants. Like, that's the reason why that racist guy who was in my chat was like, I unfollowed Tommy Robinson after today because I couldn't deal with how much he was promoting Israel. Like, even racist people who like fucking Tommy Robinson can look at this and go, what are we doing here? This seems a little weird. Do you not understand? We just saw the guy. He was in the chat. He was like, yeah, I fucking love Tommy Robinson, mate. He's a top bloke. But after today, I had to unfollow him because he's been glazing up Israel far too much for my liking. Like, what the fuck?
Are active or former soldiers who have taken part in Israel's genocide in Gaza. They should be investigated for war crimes the moment they set foot onto British soil, not welcomed into our stadiums.
Like, if you're a white supremacist in England, you got to be extra pissed because half the shit that Maccabi Tel Aviv gets away with on foreign soil, the white supremacists can't even get away with on their own soil. You know what I mean? I mean, they shouldn't be able to, by the way. I don't have an issue with that. But like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, if you're a hog in the UK, you're like, what can I fucking say that we need to kill these Arabs, right? But then the fucking Maccabi Tel Aviv team comes here and they talk about doing a fucking genocide, yeah, on the Arabs. They're all right. They get to fucking say it, but I can't. Oh, my best friend got napped by the fucking bobbies for tweeting out that we need to stab every fucking Muslim and migrant, but the Maccabi Tel Aviv can get away with saying it on my fucking soil. English for England. England for the English, yeah? Not for the fucking Maccabi Tel Avivs. It's not fair. England. Okay, England. Score some fucking goals. This is the best reform twat impression I've seen from an American so far. Yeah, I got a lot of mileage on that. Don't worry. This has become a very weird bit. This is not even a bit. This is literally reality. Okay? This is, I assume, the modified position of like the average EDL guy or the average reform voter who is pissed off that they can't like advocate to stab migrants and go to jail for tweeting out the location of like what they suspect is a migrant hotel. But meanwhile, Keir Starmer, who also played a role in getting those guys arrested, which was not a bad thing. Okay, I'm not saying that that was a bad thing. Is now saying no, but like if they do it, they can do it on foreign soil. We will welcome them. Like, how do you not understand that?
And let's be clear, this Labour government is no innocent bystander. It has armed Israel's genocide, it has provided diplomatic cover, and it has shamefully denied that genocide is even taking place. So I ask the Minister, is there anything this Labour government won't do to defend the genocidal apartheid state of Israel?
Madam Deputy Speaker, I like the Honourable Lady, but I have to say that she is doing...
Oh my God. You guys have your own Sarah Huckabee Sanders? That's crazy. That's crazy. She looks exactly like Sarah Huckabee. How is that possible?
I like the Honourable Lady, but I have to say...
Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport. No, she is Labour, though. Okay, first of all, I don't trust a single Labour member. Okay, I don't know what her background is, but... Dude, what? This Labour Party is so ass. Are you fucking kidding me? They are straight up. They are... Oh, they're so bad. They have done everything in their fucking power to gut the party. They've done everything in their power to gut the party. It is such an awful... It is such an awful state now. Yeah, they're red Tories, 100%. They're so gross.
That she is doing the people of Birmingham no favours with that sort of rhetoric. You know, when it comes to the conflation that she makes between all of the Maccabee...
I used to know Lisa Nandy, and she was fairly right on until she got a whiff of power a few years ago.
Tel Aviv supporters and the actions of the Israeli government. That is precisely what the honourable gentleman was talking about blaming, in many cases, British citizens who happen to support Maccabee.
They have a different opinion than me. They're so gross. Well, yeah. Do you want to defend the Labour Party's current positions, chatter, instead of just like presenting this as like a not really an argument? Because like, there are people that have different opinions than me. Not all of them are gross, but I would say the Reform Party's positions are gross, for example, constantly singling out migrants. And same goes for the Labour Party right now. I just came in mainly because you fried your dog. Okay. I love these guys, man. They come in here while political commentary is happening to be like, I don't really care about your position at all. I just came in here to argue. But then they can't even argue. Like, NPC, straightforward NPC.
Tel Aviv for actions that are taking place in the Middle East, conflating being Jewish and Israeli.
Yeah, she didn't do that.
Sky News understands that the Israeli football club Maccabi Tel Aviv has decided not to sell tickets to its fans for next month's controversial game against Aston Villa, following safety concerns and much debate, as you know. Well, let's bring in our sports correspondent, Rob Harris. What are you hearing then, Rob?
This is a major development. Sky News learning that Maccabi Tel Aviv will now no longer sell tickets to the Europa League match at Aston Villa over safety concerns. The initial decision from the authorities in Birmingham had been to deny Israeli fans the right to attend the match. The government planned to push ahead with demanding that the West Midlands police do let the Israeli fans attend the game. But Sky News now understands that they will not take up that allocation, regardless of any decision to reverse the ban by West Midlands police. And we're now just getting a statement actually here from Maccabi Tel Aviv confirming our story, saying that it is clear that various entrenched groups seek to malign the Maccabi Tel Aviv fan base, most of whom have no truck with racism or hooliganism of any kind and are exploiting isolated incidents for their own social...
Do you think you'll ever be able to do nonstop depressing content again? Or non-depressing content again? Maybe. At times, it feels like Keir Starmer is like a Joe Biden figure, but the AOCs of English Parliament actually stand up to cure England, like Canada suffers political trends going on here. What? I think they shouldn't be allowed, or it should be a honeypot. The only time you should ever let Israeli sports teams to participate in athletic competitions in Europe is to basically bring them in so you can arrest the fans that you have already identified as participating in the Gaza genocide. That's it. Like, I think that's the only time they should ever do it. Be like, yeah, come right in, Maccabi Tel Aviv fans. All right. It says here that you were reservists in the IDF and you participated in the Gaza genocide. Step right ahead, sir. You're going to fucking prison. We're going to be doing a Nuremberg-style trial on your fucking violent war crimes that you posted about like a fucking knob on your Instagram. Up the Villa for the Muslim Villa fans. There you go. I said it. Sadly, we'd never. I can dream. Let me fucking dream. To the fucking egg with you, you knob. You fucking nonsense. You're going to the fucking egg, yeah? Fucking hell. Yeah, same with Eurovision. Eurovision.